What's up, Scentsy fans? It's Patricia, and welcome to another week of Tester Tuesday, which is a weekly series of review videos. I discuss how scents do for me, how they perform in my home, in the hopes that might help you guys, and we talk about the scents that you're most interested in because you vote at the end of the video. And last week we had 332 votes. So let's talk about our first place scent for the week. It is a licensed bar. It is Disney and Pixar's Turning Red. This one had 38% of the vote. I only have one little cube left. It's a soft orangey red colored wax. On cold sniff, I would say it's about a medium intensity. It is a license. It is a limited time offer collection, so only available for a short time. And I would put this in the fruity section. Scentsy says, let your true self shine in a blast of bright pomegranate, juicy cherry, and sugarcane, made extra spunky with a vibrant orange twist. I don't really get orange twist. When I warm this, and even on cold sniff, I feel like it's the base of Perfectly Pomegranate, which is somewhat of a waxy, artificial, maybe a vanilla influenced pomegranate. Now that scent has some, I think, berries with it. And so maybe the cherry is kind of creeping in a different way. So it talks about cherry. I say the cherry, it reminds me of a Lifesaver cherry, that kind of cherry to me. And they talk about sugarcane. Now, sugarcane is a sweetness, and I usually like it in a lot of scents. And sometimes it's hard to pick out, is there sugarcane in this? It just smells sweet. But when I warm this, there's a note in here that I think is maybe pineapple or something like that, that my nose is picking up, and maybe instead of the orange. I don't think I really get orange, but when I warm it, I feel like I get pineapple. So on cold sniff, I liked this. I thought it was enjoyable, and I still kind of feel that way, but I'm gonna caution you. This is one of those scents, I'm gonna call it a cilantro scent, because cilantro to some people, this does not smell like cilantro. But that particular herbs can taste good to some people, and it can taste like soap to other people. So this particular scent can smell good to some people, and other people interpret it as something else. So instead of turning red, some people might interpret it as turning pea, because I've had more than one person message me and say they smell cat urine or some sort of urine, cat, pee, something really off in this. I don't really get that. My nose doesn't kind of take me in that direction, but whatever that note is that I think might be pineapple or something might be the note that is the decisive note. How are you reading that note? So for me, it's okay, but this one might be tricky because I've heard very split reactions. Either people like it or people don't. So let's talk about performance. So I actually had another bar and I made some samples for my customers. I try to make samples of licensed bars because some people might not want to try them, and I figure why not. So I took 3 cubes and put it in my upstairs TV room, which I call the bonus room. And it was about 8.5 out of 10 there. It did very well. So I divided it amongst 2 warmers. One's a 40 watt, one's a 25 watt. And I left it going about 2.5 days. Sometimes I would walk in the room and it would be really strong, like maybe later on. And other times it wouldn't. And I'm like, maybe I should take it out. And then I would come back in again. I'm like, oh my gosh, it feels like it's strong again. So I think it's just my interpretation, but I left it going for about 2.5 days. And I actually took 6 cubes and put it on my open floor plan. It was a little bit lighter there, which you would expect. It is not an enclosed space, huge high ceilings, about 7 to 7.5, so it did okay. I left it going a long day. Now, the next day when I tried to warm it, it just didn't have enough stamina or oomph behind it. And the wax still smelled, but it wasn't scenting the area. So I called it a day there, one long day for Turning Red. So I think if you're someone that likes Perfectly Pomegranate, maybe mixed with like red pear and pomegranate or something tangy, like a cherry limeade, then you would probably be okay with Turning Red. Maybe if you're unsure, just ask for a sample. I'd say medium spaces are best for this. To me, it's more spring and summer. It's probably kid friendly. So will this be a repurchase for me? No, I just have a lot of wax. Unless something's a home run, I probably don't need to repurchase. So that is Turning Red. All right, let's talk about our second place scent for the week. It is French Lavender. This one had 21% of the vote. This is the most pretty color lilac wax. I actually had a Holly Hobby bed spread this color when I was a kid, so that brings good memories. So on cold sniff, I would say light to medium. For this one, it's a spring and summer seasonal scent, and Scentsy has put this in the fresh category. Their scent description, it says pure herbal fragrance of wild lavender from the hills of France. So when I first smelled this, I definitely thought herbal lavender. And once I smelled the wax when it was kind of almost finished, this smells like herbal lavender. This smells a little different when you first smell it, comparing the two. So I would say there's a little bit of brightness here and almost like a little bit of a minty, not quite eucalyptus undertone. It doesn't kind of read soapy lavender, but something brings it up a notch. Now, funny, I looked up lavender to just get a picture for you guys. I'll insert the picture here as I read. It says a flowering plant in the mint family that's easily identified by its sweet floral scent. I wouldn't necessarily say it's sweet, but I definitely was surprised to find out it was in the mint family. All right, so lavender. I'm not really a fan of lavender. Probably if you've watched my channel long enough, you'll know that most lavenders I don't like, but sometimes I tolerate a few. So I did pull out salted lavender. Now, French lavender, like I said, it smells very like pure and kind of somewhat clean. And the salted lavender definitely smells more soapy to me. So let's talk about performance. I took some testers and I warmed it in bedrooms because lavender is a great bedroom scent. Lavender to me is also an additional scent that you could add to something to change it and make it a little bit more complex. But in bedrooms, I took equivalent of about 2 cubes in each of my room and my daughter Erica's room. Strength and throw was about 5.5 to 6 in both of those bedrooms at max. So this is not a very strong lavender scent. It might be reading a little bit stronger to me because I'm a little bit sensitive. And I left it going in my daughter's room about 1.5 to 2 days. I actually had it written down on a sticky and I lost my sticky. It's missing. So about 1.5 to 2 days. And I remember walking in the room and I think to myself, oh, it smells so strong. I didn't like it. It smells strong in a not desirable way. It doesn't smell strong as an intensity. I just don't like the smell. It reminds me of my mixed herb thing that I cook with because there's lavender in that. There's probably thyme, some other things. So I can't get away from that. In my bedroom, I left going 3 days, 29 hours. I would put it on for like eight hours or so, and then I'd be like, that's enough for me. I'm gonna call it a day. And then I do that again. Yeah. So I think if you're someone that likes lavender, you may or may not like this. And the reason I say that is because this is not a strong lavender scent. So if you're a lavender lover, you may want something that's just gonna bang lavender. This does not. For someone like me that doesn't like it, I can tolerate this, but I don't enjoy it. So there's the dilemma. It's a light lavender. If you're someone that likes lavenders, it might be too light. If you're someone that doesn't like lavenders, you might be okay with it, but you still don't like the scent. You might be okay with the lesser intensity, but you don't like the quality or doesn't appeal to you. So I would say bedrooms or small to medium zones. I wouldn't put in an open layout. I think it might get lost. If you want a gentle kiss, like as in gentle kiss, you might be able to put it there. So let's talk about quickly some mixes. I went on my community tab and what I did was I looked up French lavender Scentsy mixes and I just kind of looked at some of the things that were popping up and I picked the the first 5 current scents that came up. So, and I asked you guys to give me your feedback and Luna was the overwhelming win. So I mixed Luna and French lavender. That was a really nice mix. I actually got mostly Luna. It's just a little switch up of the Luna. I left it going for a couple of days in Drew's room. And Luna is not very strong and French lavender is not very strong, so they complemented each other well. And what else I thought I'd do is, thinking back to one of the strongest Scentsy scents I've ever smelled was lemon lavender. So I thought, well, let me mix yellow from Chains Rainbow with some lavender. So I did that in my daughter's room. It did kind of remind me of lemon lavender, but at a lesser intensity because this lemon is not, these in combination are definitely not as strong as the lemon lavender, but that's kind of what it mimicked to me, a nice lemon, fresh lavender. It actually came across like a cleaner lemon with that lavender added in. So just a couple examples of mixes. Another one I'd love to try is Vanilla Waves. So yeah, I don't have any more testers, but I still have a bar and I will definitely mix up my bar because I don't like lavender. I will mix it to use it up. So will I be repurchasing this one? You could probably guess no. I think I might have it on hand on occasion if a local customer wants it. So that's the only reason I'll buy it. but I'm happy to finally get it out of the Tester Tuesday rotation. So that is French Lavender. All right, it's time to move to the portion of the video where I'm going to draw 6 scents and you guys are going to vote. So if you're new to my channel, you basically pick 2 different scents, put them down in the comments section of YouTube. If you can't vote on YouTube videos, find my Instagram post, it's Patricia Gates, and put your 2 votes there. As a side note, I've been doing mini reviews there on the other scents of the Chase Rainbows collection. So if you want to head over to Instagram, check them out. All right, so we don't have any LTOs to add, so I do have a special twist for scent number 6, and I'll explain as we go. Let's get started. Scent number 1, Blueberry Cheesecake, available in the bakery section. Go to another bag. Scent number 2. Sorry, I'll have to piece this together. My alarm just cut me off, so I'm going to keep drawing. So scent number 2 is going to be A is for apple. Scent number 3 is going to be, I think it's Mystery Man. Yes, Mystery Man. Scent number 4, Pineapple Pucker. Scent number 5, let's go in this bag over here. Scent number 5, that is a big one. Scent number 5, even read here, Pineapple Sorbet. So 2 pineapple scents. And scent number 6 is going to be from some Bring Back My bars that are coming up in June. I figure we might as well add these in. I have 4 bars plus 2 like small amounts of testers. So I'll choose bars first. So scent number 6 is going to be Cutie Pie Cupcake. So thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope you have a great day in your neck of the woods. Please don't forget to vote, and I'll see you guys in the next video.